With Trump's re-election, we're poised for some massive changes to the automotive industry, particularly around the legislation involving electric vehicles. Now, this will very likely come as a major relief for big manufacturers like Ford, who are forecasting a loss of $5.5 billion in 2024 on electric vehicles. It's near certain that Trump will remove incentives and mandates on EVs, putting the power back in the hands of the consumer, arguably where it should be, something that we here in the UK can only dream of with our current ZEV, zero emission vehicle mandate. The bottom line is, consumers need to want to buy EVs. That encourages manufacturers to respond and innovate, which in turn produces a healthy market. By introducing mandates and incentives, you're messing with that delicate balance, which culminates in what we see: masses of unsold EVs and jaw-dropping depreciation on the used market. It's the manufacturers who need to come up with the solutions, not the politicians. We need to adopt and purchase new tech because it's better than what came before, not because the government told us to. And I expect this is a move that the USA is going to make. They're going to follow this ideology. Now, welcome back to the channel. As ever, good to have you. Please do let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Let's get a load of this. From oil to EVs, here's what a Trump victory means for energy. What empowers him to attack climate policies he's dubbed a scam. Republicans will also push policies to produce more oil and gas. Donald Trump's victory promises to shake up the US energy and environmental policy, with sweeping implications for oil production, offshore wind development, and electric vehicle sales. The win empowers him to deliver on his campaign pledges to go after the climate policies he's dubbed the Green New Scam, while reorientating the federal government towards pumping more crude and building more power plants. Though some efforts would face long odds on Capitol Hill, where many of Trump's fellow Republicans would oppose a wholesale repeal of the Inflation Reduction Act's energy and manufacturing tax credits, Trump can use his executive authority to put other changes in motion. Oil and gas companies are set to be the prime beneficiaries. You're looking at an overall drill baby drill philosophy, said Dan Eberhardt, Chief Exec Officer of Oilfield Services Company Canary LLC. You're going to see offshore lease sales. You're going to see pipelines move much quicker. You're going to see fracking on federal lands and a mindset that is focused on lowering energy costs for consumers. Here are some of the expected changes. So Trump has repeatedly promised to end a suite of federal policies that encourage EV sales, and his victory creates an opening for changes as soon as day one. A top target is an Environmental Protection Agency regulation limiting tailpipe pollution from cars and light trucks, which has mandates so strict it compels automakers to sell far more electric and plug-in hybrid models over time. For those of us here in the UK, that might sound a bit familiar. That's quite close to what we've got in the ZEV mandate, which means manufacturers have to sell a certain amount of electric vehicles, otherwise face hefty fines. Anyway, former Trump advisors and energy lobbyists have already drafted language that could be put in an executive order directing the EPA to revisit the rule. A similar effort's being developed to go after Clean Air Act waivers that effectively greenlight California's strict car pollution rules. Oil refining advocates are also lobbying for swift changes to limit which EVs qualify for tax credits under current Treasury Department policies. That presages a revamp of the policy, derided as the leasing loophole, which exempts leased EVs in commercial fleets from restrictions on where the cars are made, the source of their battery materials, and how much money consumers make. Now, to keep this video of manageable length, we'll pause the article there. I'll add it in the description below. Feel free to go off and have a look after this video if you like. But the land of the free, well, at least you're going to be free to choose which type of car you want anyway. The other point that must be made here is, without that incessant focus on battery electric vehicles, the commercial space opens up for other battery alternatives like e-fuels, which is the way motorsport's heading, F1 included, or even new combustion engine technology. My point here is it leaves the door open for practical, innovative, emission reducing solutions that people actually want to buy, or at least the development of them. Whereas here in the UK, it's a battery electric vehicle or nothing with the ZEV mandate. Now, thankfully, one thing that we do have in the UK is a very diverse used market. And if, like me, you're going to be buying cars from it for some time, here is a service worthy of your consideration. Vehicle Score. Put the plate of any car you're interested in buying into their system. It'll tell you the good and bad points for completely free. But if you are serious about buying it, make sure you purchase one of their paid HPI reports. I'll add a 15% discount voucher in the description below alongside a link. But as always, thank you so much for watching. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments section below, and I'll see you for the next one.